Yo everyone, I hope that you're all great. Today I'm going to be doing a review and showing you some swatches on Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfectors. That would be in the pressed form and the liquid form. I am lucky enough that I have both. First off, Becca Cosmetics is a company that is still quite new to me. I mean, I know that I did a review, I think last week or the week before, on the Ever Matte foundation, which was amazing. Becca was actually introduced to me by my best friend, and she is Jamaican Bayesian, and she said it's a really good brand, especially for women of colour as well. So I was like, interesting. It is on the higher end of the price scale. That is one thing to bear in mind, but so far I've not been disappointed in the quality of their products, and I like to think that a lot of what you're paying for is reflected in the quality of the products and how good they are. Becca Cosmetics is very much focused towards flawless skin, perfect skin, that kind of perfect, natural, flawless kind of look. And yeah, so I am going to get through to these Shimmering Skin Perfectors. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the liquid ones first, and I have been lucky enough to pick up 3 that came in a set. This is called the Spotlight set. So you get the famous Opal, you get Champagne Gold, which is limited edition, and you get Pearl. And they are available from Space NK in the UK. I will link them below, otherwise you can buy them in Sephora as well. And basically it's just very good value for money. Instead of having to fork out loads for individual ones, as always you get smaller but more purse friendly versions. So these ones are basically, in a nutshell, highlighters. The same goes for the pressed version, the pressed powder versions as well. And they are there to highlight, to illuminate, to kind of bring attention to give a really nice flawless dewy sort of finish. You can put them on your cheekbones, on your brow bone, on your eyelids, on your brow bone, on your bone work, décolletage, whatever the hell you want to put it. Mix it in with your foundation if you choose to do so. I personally wouldn't, because then you may look a bit too disco ball. You can mix it in with something to put on your cheekbones for a kind of a more neutral, natural sort of finish, as opposed to a more obvious highlight as well. I would definitely say that these are not as in your face as the pressed versions. The pressed versions are definitely more oomphy, if that's a word. But yeah, so these are great, and I will quickly show them to you on my hand. This one here is Opal, and it's like an icy white colour with reflective pearl in it. And this is how it looks, only slightly blended out. This one would look amazing on fair skin tones and medium skin tones. Maybe not as much on dark skin tones, unless you're going again for a more kind of natural sort of glow. More so as well because darker skin tones don't have as much yellow in their skin. Actually, it depends, you know. I'll take that comment back. The next one is the famous Opal, which is like a champagne-y, lovely apricot-y sort of colour. This one is probably the most famous out of all of Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfectors, because it is so kind of friendly to use on all skin tones. These ones are a lot more difficult to see unless the light actually catches it. But this one most definitely is the most popular one, which is Opal. And I have to agree with it. It's lovely. It flatters all skin tones, whether you are white, black, Asian, South Asian, wherever you're from, Mars, it will suit everybody. And then the limited edition one, this one here is called Champagne Gold. Now this is more of a yellow Indian kind of gold, is the best way to describe it. Here's what it looks like before it's been kind of blended in. Now, I do have to say that I personally find it a little bit difficult to use in terms of not the product but the colour. It is very, very yellow. It can make you look almost slightly jaundiced if you apply too much of it. I wouldn't say that of this liquid version. but I would definitely say that of the pressed version. I think this one is more suited to darker skin tone ladies. I think it would look amazing on your skin tones. It would really, really stand out and blend in nicely with your kind of chocolatey tones that you've got. On my skin tone, again, it may look a little bit jaundiced as well as on fairer skin tones. But I know that a lot of darker skin ladies can sometimes find highlighters difficult without them looking ashy on their skin. And I think that this is the one for you. You can see it compared to the other ones next to it. That is it for the liquid version. So now I'm going to move on to the pressed versions, which are probably, I'd say, more popular now than the liquid versions are. Now I've got 4 of these, and I'm going to show you Opal first, which is my favourite one. Now these are very, very buttery soft. They're very, very easy to blend. If you go overboard with these, which is very, very easy to do so, just purely because of how pigmented they are, it can show up imperfections, bumps and lumps on your skin. So you have to make sure that you don't do it kind of too much, and that you buff it in nicely to your skin, and it will give like the most amazing sheen to your skin. Such an amazing highlight, and plus it lasts at least 8-9 hours in the day as well. These highlighters are excellent, and I would definitely say that they cost £30 each, but they are most definitely worth it as one of the best highlighters on the market. And you can see Opal underneath Opal, I believe. You can see it just about. Now another one that I'm going to show you is called Rose Gold. This is basically a lovely golden rose shade, lovely pinky sort of colour. Very much reminds me of the shades in the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay. I don't understand the designs and patterns on some of them and not on some, but it looks like that. There. It's just there on my hand. This one I would say is probably geared more towards lighter skin tones. I do find it a little bit difficult showing up very obviously on my skin. I do have to pile it on quite a bit. So it's a little bit of a hit and miss for me, and that's just purely in terms of the shade, not so much the product itself. The product itself, all of them are really, really good products. It's just about finding the right kind of colour that will match you. Then the third one that I've got is called Topaz. It's like a bronzy gold, and it looks like that. And I've just applied it there next to Opal. You can see that it is quite dark, and you are correct in thinking if this is the kind of highlight that would work for my kind of skin tone, it won't. And for anyone lighter as well, I think it looks a little bit muddy when I apply it to my cheekbones, but I definitely think this is another highlighter which is amazing on darker skin tones. For me, I have to blend it in a little bit with my blush and bring it down lower onto my skin to make it work. So it's not the greatest to use for lighter skin tones and medium to tan skin tones as a highlight, but I would definitely use this if I was a darker skin lady as a highlight, or if you want to use it on your lids or anywhere else, you can do. I think I may actually use this on my eyelids at some point this week. But yeah, so that is Topaz. And then last but not least is Champagne Gold, which, as I said, is a limited edition one. I've actually stuck my nail in it already, accident, oops. But yeah, see, blend it out because it's so buttery. Look how pigmented that is. And I'm going to actually place it next to the liquid version so you can see just how strong it is. It's just here, and that's the liquid version there. Again, really, really amazing, bright Indian yellow kind of gold. Amazing to use if you're a darker skin lady, and if you are any lighter than somebody who is of black origin, I would find it a little bit difficult because it will make you look a little bit yellow. So again, that is the problem that I've got. But as an eyeshadow, amazing. On the body, amazing. It's just on the face itself. So that is Champagne Gold. And that is it for my reviews and kind of sort of swatches on my hand. If you can see, zoom in if you want. HD this, so show up clearly on the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. I give them all a 10 out of 10. I don't have any problems. Actually, maybe a 9, just purely because it shows up a bit of imperfections if you've got any enlarged pores and that sort of thing on your face. But I think overall they're amazing products. I think everybody should have them. And if you really just want to get one, because they are quite expensive, definitely go for Opal. Opal is the one that is across the board universal, amazing, will suit all skin tones. No matter how dark or light you are, it will look amazing. So yeah, so that's it for my review. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you want to know what I'm wearing on my face, I'll link it below to my Instagram picture. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!